Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Um, Nice to hear from you again. Oh, it's kind of dark in my room. It's cloudy. It's getting ready to snow again. Anyway, doing a little sage for myself, but I also feel like I need to send it to you. I don't know if you know how to sage. For some reason, I'm feeling like I need to do this for you. So we're going to talk. Okay, we're going to talk to Neil today. Um, he wants me to start off with a card. Quite a bit lately, more than usual. They've been asking me to pull one of my release cards, so I shuffle until he told me to stop. So this is the card he picked. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. I was doing pretty good at this for a while. If you got a negative thought that comes into your head, well, try to immediately go to 5 positive thoughts. I don't care if it's the sun is shining, I can see the tree. Those are all positive things. It doesn't have to be some big humongous thing. Just anything. I got warm boots on. Any those are kind of grateful things, things you're thankful for, but anything that's positive. Eventually, you'll train your brain to think, oh, he says I need to start doing it again. I worked on it real hard for a while. Everybody slips. So, anyway, he wants you to surrender negative thinking. Try to flip it around. It keeps pointing to my owl back there. See how big he is? Um, he's pretty big. My daughter got him for me for Christmas or birthday or something a few years ago. So I'm using him in my new little she shed. I don't know if you've seen an owl lately. An owl's going to be a sign for you like it is for me. So he just keeps pointing at my owl. Maybe you have something big that's lit up. I don't know what he's referring to for sure. So keep that in mind. Like me, I can be walking through the store and kind of feel my head pulled to the side. I go, okay, what's here I'm supposed to see? It's a sign. I know it is when I feel the pull. And there might be a glass owl sitting on a shelf, or a picture of an owl, or a white butterfly is another one of mine. Something like that. So know that you're going to have an owl for a sign, like I do. That's actually my first big sign I ever got, I think. You know, the white butterfly was. Anyway, so when you see that, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. He's talking about somebody else that this is going to be a sign for too. Somebody close to you. The owl will also be a sign for them. You might walk out your door and hear one hooting. Hoo-hoo! He's going hoo-hoo! It can be any owl. It can be a cartoon owl. Doesn't matter. I don't know why you mentioned that. So watch for cartoon owls. Like one of my huge ones from Bob is black and white cows, and I'll get the funniest black and white cows dancing on my Facebook page or something. They just come. I haven't done that for a while, Bob. Slipping. Anyway, know that that's going to be a big sign. Okay, he's talking about you feeling lost, and it's like you're going like this, like how do I describe this? The way he's showing it, like there's a fog cloud, like a dark, not not like a rain cloud, not like the cartoon character that has a cloud over his head. It's kind of like these puffs of smoky looking, cloudy looking things, and you push one aside, and then there's another one. You push that aside, and there's another one, and they're all in front of you. Pushing that aside, pushing that aside. Where are we going with this? There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. And then there's a door. Every time you push one aside, I see a door a little further ahead. The door's cracked open about that much, 6 inches. Sorry, had to go there. Um, but there's still some more of these clouds in the way that you need to move. You need to move them. And he's pointing back at the card. He says your negative thinking is part of those clouds. It's slowing you down. I'm not seeing like a whole shit ton of clouds between you and the door. So I don't know if they're just going to keep popping up and you have to push another one and pop. I know that sounds a little discouraging, doesn't it? But it's not, because there's not that many there and the door is not that far away. So whatever this door he's representing with this door, you're getting closer to it. You are moving the things out of the way. He says it's almost like you fight not moving the clouds away, that you hang on to the clouds. And he's not actually showing you hanging on the clouds, but he said it's like you hanging on to the clouds, like leaving them there instead of pushing them away. He said it's always been a big fight for you. Well, I know how that feels. It's always been a struggle for me too. He says you have to keep pushing those clouds out of the way. He says you get lazy and you just go, oh well, and you just leave them there. But he doesn't want you to. And he's showing you like there's these little sparks, like sparklers wanting to come out of you, but then they get real tiny. And then they kind of shoot back up again, and then they get real tiny. He says, you're covered by some of these dark clouds. Kind of. I don't know what he means, kind of. You start to break through the clouds, and then you go back again and go, oh well, I've always been this way, I'm going to give up. He says, keep fighting, keep fighting. He says, ask me to help. And I've probably told you before, they cannot override your free will choice, but they can help. But you have to ask them. You have to give them permission, and you have to allow for whatever they bring forward. I don't know what he's trying to show me. Something off to the left, something off to the left. Instead of going straight. So I don't know if you're going to make a detour, because this is in front of you. You're going to make a little, I call it the scenic route. Most people, well, everybody, their path should be like this, but mine goes over here. I took a detour route and then I get back on. I go over here and I call it the scenic route. You learn your lessons there. It's not a bad thing. If you have hiccups, it's a learning thing. So just, what did you learn from it? It's like there's one coming before you get to the door. It's a learning thing. Think of it that way, not like, oh, geez, I fucked up again. No, you didn't. It's okay. You can get back on your path. And it doesn't look like anything very big. Mine look like woo back and woo back. And it's okay. Sometimes that's how we learn best. The ones that kick our ass the hardest. Learn from it and move on. So he's going like this. Tell everyone hi. Tell everyone hi. Oh, okay. Keep asking him for confirmation on something that you did or saw while he was passing. He says yes and no. Let's see if he'll tell us which part's the yes and which part's the no. Yes. Yes, you did see part of it, and no, you did not see part of it. I'm not sure what he means. See if I can get into some details. I can't make them. It's totally up to him to bring that forward. There was an older lady waiting for him. And he knew it. And this happens, I'm going to say, the majority of the time that somebody passes, especially if you ever talk to a nurse in a nursing home. My nose itches. They'll tell you that they start talking about like their father or mother or somebody, like few days before they leave. So, yes, this woman was waiting. It feels like his mother or his grandmother. I'm not, she's staying far enough back, I really can't feel her energy. And he was completely at peace and ready to go with her. No fear, nothing but love. It was like when he finally got to leave, it's like he was skipping like a little kid, like a little young kid would do, just skipping. Like he was so happy and so relieved and so wanting to go with her. She looks more like a granny, but she might be portraying herself like that. Still could be your granny, his granny, he's not saying. He says he feels like a little kid with her again. So know that he's safe, he's at peace. All right, he's ringing a bell. I'm going to have to get a dang little bell. I don't know where my big bell went. He's ringing like a little bitty schoolhouse bell. So you'll hear the bell ringing. You're not going to be the only one. Somebody else close to you, he says two somebodies, are going to hear these little bells dinging, dinging. It's not like a big gong, and it's not like a little bitty Christmas type bell. Can you see it? It is a little dark in here. It's like a schoolhouse bell. So again, when you hear that, it doesn't matter where you're at, it doesn't matter if it's a movie, on TV, on Facebook, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. Let him know that you know that that's him popping in. He says, to say I love you. And he's kind of doing it like, to say I love you, I love you. Maybe that's something he used to do when you were younger. Now he's stomping his feet, like kind of mad, angry, stomping his feet. He says, you keep thinking, say it again, that you are fucking up. You keep looking at yourself because you don't have a big fancy house and a big fancy car and blah, blah, blah. That makes you less than who you are. He says you're too worried about the material world as far as your self-esteem. He says it doesn't matter if you're sleeping on a cot in somebody's spare bedroom. That doesn't make you any less of a person. And you need to understand how beautiful you are inside. He's going back to the negative thinking card. He was pointing at it. Take care of her, whoever her is, and everything's going to be all right. More than you know. Don't let others take advantage of you. He's wiggling his finger like that. And call on me whenever you need me. You should be able to feel his pressure in the room. Presence, pressure. I call it like a change in pressure, especially like if they're standing on one side, it's a change in the air pressure, kind of. I don't know how to describe it. You may feel it different. Just remember I love you and you were a joy to have in my life, even when you drove me crazy. What's wrong with crazy? I wouldn't know what to do without my crazy. People wouldn't know who I was. Be more kind to yourself than you are to others. That's not selfish. All right. He's shown me his whiskers, but there's something about the smell of them that he's put a special hair product on his whiskers, and he gets them real close to you. So you should get a whiff of that every so often, whatever that was. You're not the only one. Somebody else is going to get it too. So again, he's just trying to let you know he's around. He says, I love each and every one of you. Don't you forget that. And I'm here, ready and willing to help do whatever I can. So don't be afraid to call on me, because I think you know that that's real and I will be there. And no, you're not bothering me. And with that, he's going to leave. I thought he was going to say something else. He just shut up. And much love to you, my dear Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later, dear.